Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to a Friday night at Pajama Party. We're here. This is the Pajama Party. I'm one of yours, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And this is a Friday night affair. It goes on every Friday night where we talk about any and everything. And tonight is no exception. So we got a few things lined up, a few things in the mix. Kelly, you want to give us a rundown on what's happening?
Sure. You rushing me again, Papa?
Yeah.
You can't slow it down a little bit?
Yeah, we can slow it down.
Okay. And how was your week?
Red Wine gave me some pizza with anchovies on it. I'm still pissed off about that.
Oh, boy.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm. And how was your week, Red Wine?
My week was good because I gave him a pizza and he hates anchovies.
All right. Okay.
I was wondering why the hair is necessary on the anchovies.
Mm-mm.
What is the below black hairs? What is that about?
That's extra anchovy juice.
Yeah, okay.
See what I'm saying? Maybe they found out in the black hole, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. You were supposed to be here to get some of that anchovy pizza.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you flaked out.
All right, we got our hot topics tonight. We got the Supreme Court family pays final respect to Antonin Scalia. Bill Cosby sues accuser. Boycott of Beyonce. Really? After that halftime? Come on. What's going on with that? We got our hit it and quit it headlines. 4-hour flight turns into 30-hour nightmare. Also, judge rejects plea deal from NFL player. America's bridges in need of repair. 100 bodies found in sewer in Colombia. Update on Ethan Couch story. The new black hole discovered. What's popping with Poppa DD? What is conversationism? Okay, interesting, Papa. Okay.
Conservatism.
Uh-oh. He going to break it down for us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now. Got that brown liquor going. We got a weird news. Australian town gripped by hairy panic. Pumpkin flinging contest. And audio of turkeys attacking officers. We have a new segment with Dr. Fields called, she's going to talk about sexual healing tonight. I'm just saying, with Red Wine, do we really need to remake Roots? Our Black History Moment, Living for the City with Poppa DD, Dissect and Analyze. Hollywood Wrap-Up with me, Cocktail of the Week is the cilantro applesauce.
Woo, woo.
Yes, it is real nice. We enjoying every bit of it, right, Papa?
That's right.
Our Kiss It list and also the last word. So sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, because that's what we're doing, and we'll be right back.
It's Friday night, and you're listening to the Pajama Party Show Live. Tune in every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific. We push it to the limit every week like only we can. We've got hot topics, hit it and quit it headlines, TV and movie reviews, commentaries, and the world's famous Kiss It list. And you don't want to be on the Kiss It list. So visit apajamaparty.com. Check out the cocktail of the week. Get your glass and get your laugh on with the Pajama Party Crew, doing what we do right here with you. Get up on this and push it. Push it real good.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, this is the Friday night show, every Friday night. We appreciate you checking us out. We're the adult night talk show that talks about everything, anything. The rules are there are no rules. And we give our perspective on what's happening in the world, around the world, all over the world. And our first topic tonight is our hot topics. We're going to focus on...
What's going on tonight?
What you got going on, Ketel?
Well, unfortunately, Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, unfortunately, he passed away. It says his baritone voice silenced and his mighty pen relinquished. Scalia will lie in repose all day until the night, so fellow justices, law clerks, Supreme Court employees, and Americans who revered or simply respected him can pay homage. Among them will be President Obama, whose views on the Constitution and federal laws tangle with the 79-year-old justice originalist approach. Members of Congress, administration officials, and other leaders are expected as well. I went past the Supreme Court, and there was a line like about two blocks long. So that was just great. It said he'll be there from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the public viewing for tonight. So, do you guys know anything about this Supreme Justice, when he was appointed and everything?
Let's see. He came around what was it, the late 80s? Around Ronald Reagan.
Late 80s, yeah.
Ronald Reagan appointed him.
86, 87.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's long-standing. 86, 87 was not yesterday. That was years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, there's no term limit for that particular job. So
right.
Most people did just what they did. He just died on the job. You know, they say he was at his ranch and he died in his sleep of natural causes. And you know, but usually death has some type of prelude to it. But apparently his demise was what it was. And and now.
But did you hear anything about an injury? Because I heard that on the news one of the days during the week that he had some kind of shoulder or rotator cuff injury or something like that.
No.
And he made some comment to a friend that this meant he wouldn't be able to play tennis anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I did hear another story also, so I'm not sure which one is true. It mentioned something about a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Right, and then they said the Supreme Court justices, they don't have to disclose, you know, how they died.
Really?
I'm like, that's interesting. Yeah. So, you know, it's hush-hush or secret, I guess, that once you become a Supreme Court judge, you don't have to disclose nothing. Nada.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Just because you're a Supreme Court justice doesn't make you supreme. You're not a supreme being. You're a Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they disclose that?
That's interesting, yeah. Got me on that.
Well, we have a caller. You want to go to the caller? Sure. Maybe the caller can tell us more about it. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Show. Go right ahead with your comment.
Yeah, hi, crew. How y'all doing?
Hi, how are you?
And how are you?
Okay. I heard that the gentleman that's supposed to found him dead, they say they found him with a pillowcase over his head.
What? Are you serious?
Found with a pillowcase over his head. And then they ain't do no autopsy on this man.
Interesting.
It was on some talk show. Yeah, they say found him with a pillowcase over his head.
I didn't hear that story.
Sound like some suicide stuff to me.
Or a homicide.
Yeah, but they say well, no autopsy. They're gonna do no autopsy. So something's a little fishy about this.
Yeah.
They're gonna do an autopsy?
They wouldn't do one. They
wouldn't do one. Wow.
They wouldn't.
Interesting.
It was on a talk show I listened to.
Yeah, truth will come to the light. Somebody's going to probably write a book in about a couple of years, and the truth will come to the light.
A couple of days.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep on listening out to see if we can find out what's really going on with that.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Thank you, caller.
Mm-hmm.
All
Right,
right.
thank you. Yeah, that's interesting.
Wow, so that's 3 different stories. Wow.
See, this is what happens when you don't put the truth out there.
Yeah.
If you don't put the truth out, people will speculate, and then variations of the truth will start to circulate, and then before you know it, you'll have 5 or 6 stories floating around.
But sometimes you can tell the truth, and you can tell 10 people the same story, but by the 10th person, you know that story's going to change.
Well, that's true, too.
So, you know, it's...
But I'm just saying, if you put the truth in print, then at least people have a source to go back to.
Right.
If somebody says, okay, here's the official situation, then everybody else is talking, they whistling Dixie, unless you go back to whatever was the official story.
Right. Well, I haven't heard anything about, if he was married or anything. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, he had 9 children.
Wow.
One of his sons spoke at the, I guess that was the funeral, spoke at the funeral.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, he had 9 children.
Wow. Like
and
I said
from
again.
Trenton, New Jersey.
You still didn't hear he was married. I didn't hear anything about a wife.
Well, I know he didn't give birth to 9 children.
Yeah, wow.
He was from Trenton, New Jersey, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What's that motto up there in Trenton?
Uh-oh.
Trenton makes, the world takes.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
That's
All
what
they
they
make is
say.
crack cocaine now, but what are you going to do?
Well, they're still making something.
Mm-hmm. Well, they said he was on the bench for 30 years, and he's a son of Italian immigrant. Interesting.
Yeah, everybody's a son of
some kind of immigrant, huh?
You better believe it. But they won't admit it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen to those political guys.
Look at Rubio. Please.
Oh.
Tell his ass ain't natural or ain't, he ain't starting nowhere. Please.
You mean Marco Rubio?
Yeah.
Marco Rubio.
Marco Polo, huh?
He used to wear shirts with his buttons
Rubio.
all buttoned down with his little bare chest in Miami years ago before he got into politics.
So if you guys want to pay respects to Supreme Court Justice, he's there till 8 o'clock today. What you got over here, Papa?
Well, I got something on Still Bill Cosby. He's suing his accuser, which is Andrea Castan and her mother, for cooperating with the authorities in a criminal case against him. Now, to understand the whole situation, Andrea Castan, she was a younger person, and her mother at the time was there as well, I guess, guiding her through the situation. Okay, just so you know who these two people are. Now, Bill Cosby, he's filed a breach of contract lawsuit against Andrea and her mother.
And the mother.
And the mother, because the mother was there at the time, because she was young. She was underage, but she was guiding her when because it was a lawsuit. And he paid, undisclosed amount of money. I'll get to that. Okay, so right now he's filing a lawsuit against them and her mother and the National Enquirer, saying that they had broken a confidential agreement, which was negotiated back in 2006. Now you have to think now, when you're signing something based on you not telling nobody anything, and people sign stuff every day.
Yeah.
I'm sure superstars have people sign stuff where they come in their house.
Sure.
You go in some people's houses, big stars, even Beyonce, people like that, or Jay-Z, they probably won't let you bring a cell phone in there.
Sure.
They probably say, leave your shoes and your cell phone at the door.
If they know like I know, that's what they would do.
So,
That's right.
so now this, and I'm in total agreement with Bill Cosby on this, because, when you sign anything, when it comes to whether it be a prenup or what have you, this stuff is real.
Yeah.
But people nowadays are so belligerent and so, don't even care, especially when it involves a person of color.
Right.
What the hell, let's just rip this open and see what's up with it. So, and Cosby's also asking the young lady, Andrea, to return the money that she got in the settlement. So the sealed complaint originally was filed on February 1st back in 2006. But this U.S. judge named Eduardo Roberto, which is another immigrant, okay, got a nerve to, take Bill Cosby's up and say, what the hell, we're going to tear this open. He ordered a retraction version of it, and he released it earlier this week. So this suit alleged that her, 42, and her mother broke the confidential agreement when they spoke to Montgomery County, which is over there where the court was held in Pennsylvania, their office last summer. Now, apparently they wanted more money, or they were encouraged by that that lawyer that's out of Philadelphia, you know, the one that's representing all the rest of the women.
Right.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Gloria Allred.
Gloria Allred, she lives off other people's misery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they all got together and they broke up this whole disagreement. They just didn't care about 2006 being, and when you was awarded money, how do you go back and convince the judge didn't the judge know all the facts of the case?
You would think so.
And that was a confidential case, and you're going to still reopen something that was...
But see, you said the key thing, Papa. Sealed. When you seal something...
It was sealed.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to
they
reopen
sealed it like when people say, my lips are sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what that means. That means as soon as I can get to somebody to tell it, I'm going to tell it.
But this particular guy, or somebody's running for office or something, he opened those records because he's trying to make a name for himself. This immigrant you're talking about, Papa. He's trying to make a name for himself. And that's not right. My thing is, good for Cosby. He's suing her.
That's good.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, because he's pissed on that particular notion right there.
Right.
He said, whatever we talked about, if when you take the time to plead for something and you kind of saying, all right, well, I'm not totally accusing this, but I'm trying to get rid of it.
Right.
The same thing that what's his name did. A couple people. Michael Jackson paid out some money, as well as Kobe Bryant with that situation in Colorado up in the mountains.
Right.
He paid out like $10 million for this thing.
Wow.
Now, what if the young lady came along all of a sudden? It's just not right. When you settle for something, you settle for something.
Right.
And that's what I was saying, last week or week before, when we were talking about this case. And I said, I don't understand. If you make a deal and it's supposed to be sealed records and the deal was struck, then why doesn't the deal hold?
Right.
To me, at that point, it's not even about who's right or who's wrong. If you made a deal and the judge signed off on the deal, the prosecutor and whoever else needed to signed off on the deal, a deal is a deal.
Right.
How do you come back years later or months or whenever it was later and say, no, we've changed our mind?
Because it wasn't the same person, I guess they figured. But the other person that did it was somebody totally different. Yeah, well, definitely it should be irrelevant.
But then, Cosby, his lawyers are saying, okay, this is the deal. You say X, Y, Z, or you confess, so to speak, what you did, what happened, tell us everything, what happened, and you go ahead and pay her, and it'll be sealed. He probably said, okay, this is what I want. So now all of a sudden you're saying, okay, I'm unsealing this. This is telling everything that I said in court, because he already admitted, he gave them the pills or whatever, the preludes. So now my character and everything is just wide open.
Right.
So the deal we had before, bets are off. And that's
not fair, because if part of that deal was to avoid the character assassination, and if he was basically saying, look, I'll write a check to protect my character.
There you go.
I admit to, I did X, Y, and Z. I will write a check to make restitution for my actions and my lack of judgment at that time in my life.
Right.
This is all like 30 years ago.
So he more or less paid for what he said he had done. It's almost like somebody, where you got to go to jail for 10 years. I done did my 10 years, and all of a sudden you trying to tell me I got to go back to jail?
Right.
Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it.
There you go.
Back to the no. I ain't doing it.
If you've already paid the penalty, why are you having to relive it all over again?
That's what I'm saying. And
that's not right.
Yeah, it's not.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. There you go.
That crap is wrong.
But
I just don't understand the whole pill thing.
I mean, if that's how you had to get the women,
but brother didn't rap me. You couldn't rap them draws off, brother. Damn.
Maybe they have a good rap.
I was going to say, maybe his rap game was weak.
Weak.
Come on, man.
He probably was in there doing that little head bob and saying and just grinning, and they were looking at him like, are you serious? So then he figured, all right, well, I'll go to plan B.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm co-signing it. I think it was wrong. But if he's made restitution for his actions, then it should stay resolved.
Yeah. But back in that time period, that's what was going on. You have the era of, weed, the era of cocaine. I mean, that was just the era of, I guess, Quaaludes or whatever it was, administering. But,
but he wasn't in that. He must have wasn't in the other conversation, because, back in the era, too, black men was known for the Mandingo thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Bill was left out of that conversation.
He Could be. Maybe he think he couldn't get the women in that capacity.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. But on another hot topic, have you all been following this story about the different police departments saying they're going to boycott Beyonce's concert?
Really?
Yeah, they think that's going to make some big difference. So, I don't know. But the latest one is the Miami Fraternal Order of Police.
Mm-hmm.
They've announced that they're going to boycott her concert, which is going to be in April in Miami. Now, they all got together and voted and said, based on her Super Bowl performance in February, that they are going to boycott her because they're saying that this all goes back to there was an officer in New York who ended up, I think, dying from injuries that were, I don't know if it was proven, so I'm going to say allegedly, that this officer was shot by 2 Black Panthers, and this was in 1981 over a traffic stop, and that because Beyonce's performance was saluting the Black Panthers based on their attire and the formation and all of that, they're saying that she was paying homage to the Black Panthers, so somehow they've determined that, and I'm not even going to go into all of the positive things that the Black Panthers did, so if in fact this happened, that was not, in my opinion, representative of the entire Black Panther Party.
Really?
If those were the actions of 1 or 2 members of the Black Panther Party, I don't see how that represents the entire Black Panther Party. So for her to do something to acknowledge the Black Panthers as a whole, and for the police department to now say they're boycotting her because she paid homage to the Black Panthers, it sounds to me like they are way in their feelings about this.
Something is really wrong with you people.
I mean, I'm not, making light of the loss of life of anyone, whether they be an officer or a civilian. But this just sounds like they're really reaching. To say, okay, in 81, this situation happened with someone who said they were part of the Black Panther Party, and now in 2016, she did a routine that paid homage to the Black Panther Party, and now y'all mad?
Is that what she really did? She paid homage to the Black Panther Party?
I didn't know what.
Well,
I didn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I
didn't know what was going on.
I didn't realize it. It wasn't until after it was all said and done, and all this controversy got kicked up, and people were saying, well, the outfits, the afros, the fist in the air with the Black Power sign, which I assume was originated by the Black Panthers. But I don't know.
What about Bruno Mars? He was dressed the same way, too.
Yeah, what
I guess because he didn't have on things that looked reminiscent of the Black Panther Party. He had on a sweatsuit, so.
Folks have to read into everything.
He's scot-free from the whole situation?
Yeah, nobody's mad at him.
And what about the other white boy? What's his name?
Coldplay.
So he's scot-free from the situation, too.
Nobody's mad at them with the
he didn't miss a
rainbow
beat either,
flags
though.
and all of that. Nobody's mad at them.
He didn't miss a beat either, right?
No.
How old was Beyonce back in 81?
Born?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Was she even born?
Ooh.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure
is
that when the Panthers
that
were
situation
doing
he brought up, was that Beyonce's battle?
See what I'm saying?
I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
Okay, it wasn't her
like
battle.
I said, if this happened in 1981, if in fact that this particular person who fired a weapon and took the life of an officer,
wait a minute.
that just still does not represent the entire Black Panther Party.
So if you're gonna bring up one incident in 81, you're gonna match it up to
2016.
You're gonna match it up against Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown.
No, they just skipped all
everybody,
over that.
Everybody, Sandra Bland.
They just pulled.
You're gonna jump over everything that was heinously done.
Absolutely.
To people of color, and you're gonna focus on something back in 1981.
See, they also the same. Well, I won't say the same, but police in general also had threatened to boycott Quentin Tarantino when he put out that film, The Hateful Eight.
Yeah, but you can
because he made comments about how the police were murderers.
Yeah, but you can boycott him. But how you gonna boycott Beyonce? and have a 14-year-old daughter. Have a 14-year-old daughter. How you gonna do that? I mean, Beyonce is from a different region altogether. That was just something. You know what's so interesting about all this, though?
It's silly to me.
You know what's interesting about all this is that as entertainers, right? As an entertainer, Beyonce is so far past that Super Bowl mentally, it's not even funny. You know what I mean?
Well, she has been silent about all
but
this
it's not
controversy.
You know what?
Ever
First
since
of
it
all,
kicked
you
up.
have
She
to look
hasn't
at
said a word.
2 years ago, let's say, or 3 years ago. Look at Beyonce's schedule and where she performs at. Okay. Saudi Arabia, the Netherlands, Amsterdam.
It's international.
Okay.
Wait a
Different
minute.
places like that.
Excuse me. When did you say this happened? In 81?
81.
She was born September 4th, 1981.
Yeah.
Okay,
Same
so
year
she was
born.
just born in 81. This had nothing to do with her. This was not her battle.
See what I'm saying? Maybe, look, Jay-Z's, but not Beyonce. So why you even put
Yeah, well, he was
Jay-Z was in what, like 14, 15, something like that?
69,
Yeah.
so he ain't got a lot of age on him either.
Yeah, that's what I said. He would have been, what, early teens?
Yeah.
at most?
They just crazy.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Something is wrong with these people.
He's not even 50 yet.
So where is the concert going to happen?
It's in Miami.
One of these outdoor places, you know, Miami, they all outdoors. They ain't.
Oh, they gonna flock Miami. I mean,
Yeah, it's at the Marlins Stadium.
Yeah, the Marlins baseball stadium.
This is just selling tickets.
Oh, I saw something on
I'm
another
just saying that
newscast.
it's not even on Beyonce's mind.
No. But wait, let me tell you this. Speaking of her concert, people have been starting GoFundMe pages to get money to buy tickets to go see Beyonce.
Shut up.
Yes, they have. Some of these tickets are like, $300, $400, $500, depending on where you're trying to be. And people are putting money up for it.
Wow.
I think
That's what blows my mind.
Miami needs Beyonce a lot more than she needs Miami.
Yeah.
And if she come out and says, I'm going to cancel my concert in Miami because I don't feel safe.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna be some mad people.
It's going to be
What?
crazy.
I'm just saying to those people that are funding people's tickets. I mean, unless this was like a Make-A-Wish kind of situation, or somebody with some kind of health situation or a dying wish or whatever,
Right.
y'all need to slap yourselves. Because if I was going to put $20 or $30 up towards somebody else's ticket, I'd be putting it toward my own ticket.
I know that's right.
Or somebody at least that I know. But I can't imagine people putting up GoFundMe pages because I want to go see Beyonce and I can't afford to get a good ticket.
Said people are funding them, but my thing is it's just crazy. You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
None of this stuff does. But that's it on that one. So I wish you well.
Yeah, I know.
Frankly,
that's right.
Look, frankly, I enjoyed the halftime show. Even though I didn't know the words to the song, I couldn't understand the words to the song. I didn't know it had anything to do
with Black Panthers,
Malcolm X, or any of the other stuff.
And this being Super Bowl 50, and it's no disrespect to Coldplay or your boy Bruno, but I think that she brought home the show. She brought home the show.
Okay.
And Coldplay could not have done that without them two.
I don't even know why he was on there. Anyway.
Well, you know, it was the time.
Yeah.
They had to have some diversity.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's an eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We're going to take a little CC break and come back?
We can move on. We got a little time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's hit it.
We got Dr. Phil tonight, so we need to kind of.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Phil's going to be on later on.
We need to get our show.
What's she going to talk about, Ketel?
Ooh, she's going to talk about some good stuff. Some sexual healing. Watch out now.
Mm-hmm.
This is our Dr. Phil.
She's a cat and a fish, honey.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Watch out now. Okay. I got
chasing you again tomorrow.
Okay, so we gonna keep rolling in?
Yeah, let's keep going with the hit and quit it.
The boss Poppa, quote unquote.
Okay.
Just keep rolling.
I'm just talking. They can beat me up, I'm telling you.
This is a crazy one. 4-hour flight turns into a 30-hour nightmare for Delta passengers. So I guess we won't be taking Delta next destination we go to.
No, I don't think so.
We're going to go Southwest where the baggage are free.
There you go.
The weather forecast was less than ideal for the Delta Airlines flight that left Monday afternoon bound for JFK International Airport from Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic, but no one aboard could have imagined just how bad things could get.
Yeah.
The Delta flight 944, might have to play that number, from Punta Cana was unable to land at JFK due to runway conditions and inclement weather in New York.
Monday night.
The flight diverted to Manchester, New Hampshire, where it remained overnight to comply with mandated crew rest requirements. The flight departed for JFK the following day as Delta Flight 9929, that's another good one, but diverted to Boston as a result of severe weather in New York again. With improving conditions, the flight arrived in JFK about 8 o'clock Tuesday. So they said the flight left as scheduled, bound for New York, with no indication that anyone was amiss. Even as the flight circled the airport, passengers aboard were unconcerned. Looking out the window, passengers could see there was heavy cloud cover and snow. So they missed the window. They said the passengers resigned themselves to spending the night in Manchester, but efforts to get passengers off the plane also ran into trouble. The first set of stairs, ground crews rode up to the plane that didn't fit.
Didn't fit?
Nope. A second set of stairs had to be brought in. Only 20 people were allowed off the plane at one time. So could the long night finally be to an end? No such luck. They said when Carice and her friends arrived at the terminal, there was no one from Delta to meet them except an airport security guard who radioed Delta that people were waiting.
A rent-a-car.
A rent-a-car.
They had a rent-a-car up there after all of that foolishness.
Yep.
An old Spanish lady mopping the floor. Y'all off that plane that came in?
No, you stand over here. You stand over here. You wait till Delta representative come.
You too, they flew into Manchester, Waka, Manchester. Okay, which is almost the whitest city you could fly into.
Oh, Lord.
They probably thought they were going to go to Manchester and get some accommodation. Manchester, New Hampshire is one of the most quote-unquote conservative.
Don't they call that city Wonder Bread?
They got there, and that city was rolled up for the night.
But check this out. Let me tell you what Delta did. About 1 a.m., they received an email from Delta apologizing for the problems and offering them 12,500 sky miles. Who the hell wants the
sky miles?
How about 12,000? How about 12,500 damn dollars? Sky miles.
You sleeping on the floor. What do you want points for?
And them points, so you need like 50,000 just to fly somewhere, especially them hotel points. Oh my God! One time I had about 4,000. I thought I was hot stuff. I said, "How much time? I'm gonna get a room for free. How much you got? I got 4,000 points." She said, "Well, you need 12,000 to get a room." I said, "What the hell? Why am I in this program? I'll be 90. I'll be 90 years old until I can get enough points to get one damn room." That stuff is the biggest scam on the planet.
Oh boy, that's funny.
Give me a break. The only thing that's good is the rent-a-car thing, where you get the service where you can pick any car you want. Now, that's a good deal.
But then on top of that, check this out. One last tidbit. They said that when they got to, no customers, officials were there to process the 160 passengers. They said Delta officials told that the agents were brought in from Portland, Maine, 95 miles away,
because
to help process the people.
Monday was the ice storm that night, and they were going into the storm.
Yes.
The storm was going north, and they went to Manchester, then they went to Boston, and they were just following the ice.
And they were trying to get where? To JFK?
JFK.
That's a mess.
All that thrill they had from getting a knob wived up in Punta Cana, they ain't nothing but some straight coochie around that joint. All that done wore off. Oh, yeah. Punta Cana, that's Dominican Republic. So they were all happy.
Down in the DR.
And then they flew to Manchester to nothing.
They went to Wonder Bread, New Hampshire.
Wasn't nobody there. They was rolled up for the night. They said, we would accommodate you, but we went home.
Yeah, they had already blown out all the candles.
It was an ice storm. We went home.
So what you got over there, Papa?
Let me see. Wow, this NFL player, brother named Darren Sharper, he was just too much of a player for his own goods, poor brother. Good football player, knew his stuff, solid brother, but man, this boy was just coochie crazy.
Oh boy.
Anyway, a federal judge rejected a plea deal Thursday in a rape case against the former NFL star Darren Sharper. Okay? Saying that a 9-year sentence, this was a female judge now. Okay? She just wasn't having it. It's so sad because people get away with a lot less. The people that got away, they never knew who killed the girl that got killed in Aruba and places like that and all the other stuff that goes on. But this female judge said 9 years is not enough. and it does not reflect the seriousness of the alleged assault against as many as 16 women.
Wow.
What?
He was just
What
slaying.
is up with this player?
Well, you know, he was a player. You know, he was a good-looking brother. He was a star, and he just was. He was holding. He was like Rick James. He was holding him kidnapped. He was just kidnapping the coochie. I'm like, damn, bruh.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Brother?
He should have joined the 4F club. Find him, feel him, buck him, and forget him.
Oh,
get rid of it.
Oh,
get that stinking coochie out of here when you get done with it.
But he was holding them hostage.
He was holding them hostage. I'm like, brother, please, really? Anyway, Sharper, he pleaded guilty as part of a deal involving charges in 4 states.
Oh,
okay? Well, you know, just,
he's crossing state
you
lines.
can't really say, like, stuff is close together. D.C., Maryland, you know what I mean? Pennsylvania, Jersey.
Stepping over the lines,
Okay, all right. I'm going to say that to you next time you put that whiskey in your trunk.
That apply to Redwine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So you know.
Okay. I'm going to go get that tax-free. Anyway, let me stop telling your business.
Yeah,
okay, like I said, he was in 4 states. He also was pleaded guilty a no contest of similar charges in California, Arizona, Nevada, and Louisiana was the states that was in question. And
Nevada and Louisiana?
California, Arizona, Nevada, and Louisiana.
Wow.
Okay, that's like 3 that are near each other.
So he was hanging out in...
And then Louisiana?
L.A., Phoenix, Las Vegas, and New Orleans. Okay?
That's quite a stretch. To go from the West Coast down to
He was sentenced to 8 years in Arizona, but awaited formal sentences for other jurisdictions. So he had 8 years in Arizona. That's where all the stuff went down. In New Orleans, New Orleans was giving him 9 years, and they were going to balance it all out once it all came into play. But the judge knocked it down and said we're going to do a re-situation on this. So she's saying that the guidelines should call for him to serve at least 15 to 20 years. So the brother got a lot going on, and his name is Darren Sharper, and he was a football player, good player too. And he just got hemmed up with them women, boy, and he's in bad shape.
Wow.
God bless him.
Poor thing. Well, look, did you see this story about these 100 bodies that were found in the sewer system in Colombia?
Wow.
South America. This was in the prison in Colombia, South Carolina. Colombia, South America. The authorities are investigating the disappearance and the dismemberment of at least 100 people whose bodies were allegedly thrown into the sewer system underneath of a notorious prison in Bogota.
Wow.
That's down there in South America. Now, Colombia, as we say in South America, or for my Spanish-speaking amigos, Sudamerica, Colombia, Sudamerica, this is down in Bogota. The investigation is focusing on La Modelo, one of Colombia's largest and most overpopulated prisons. But officials say the practice of dismembering people and tossing their remains into the sewers might have also happened at other prisons in cities such as Popayán, Bucaramanga, and Barranquilla between 1999 and 2001, and maybe even later.
Are you serious?
This is some crazy stuff. So I don't know if this is based on overpopulation. Was this a means of controlling the population? I don't know.
My thing is, who discovered it? Does it say?
Well, it says that they're investigating it, so I don't know what caused the investigation. It says the victims were inmates, visitors, and people who had nothing to do with the prison.
Shut up.
So these were not all just prisoners.
Wow.
Can you imagine you go to visit somebody and you never come back out of there?
Yeah, what is
It says their remains were thrown into the drain pipes of the sewer system. The discovery was made as part of an investigation of 2 former paramilitary groups. And it gives their names. And it says authorities said that the former chief of a paramilitary group in the city of Santander, once in prison, he would reportedly bribe prison guards so that they would look the other way, and that he also controlled access to one of the wings where the killings took place.
Wow.
This stuff is crazy.
Now, Columbia, isn't that the same place where Steve Harvey took that woman's crown?
Yeah, she was from Colombia.
Okay.
Steve Harvey, he better not step foot in Colombia.
Okay.
You better watch out.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, treacherous over
All
there.
right, Steve. I'm going to tell you,
Yeah,
brother.
that's some treachery.
You got out while you could.
You guys better stay away from Colombia.
Yeah.
If you got to go visit somebody, you better call them on the phone.
And all that drug trafficking that comes out of Colombia.
They got some.
That's
good
probably
weed.
why there's so much craziness going on.
They got some good weed in Colombia.
Oh, yeah, Papa? Uh-huh.
Oh, no, ain't that Poppa?
Uh-huh.
Redwine? Tell us about this.
Don't call my name.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're going to talk
I
about
know
that.
nothing.
If you guys know where some good weed at, give us a call tonight. 914
Don't call Redwine.
803-4306 and press 1. Yeah. Also, we got a new segment coming up with Dr. Phil. She's going to talk about sexual healing, so we're going to get into that shortly after we finish these hitters and quitter headlines. So I have another one. Fewer bridges need repairs. It says nearly 10% of the country's bridges, 58,000, over 58,000 out of 609,000, were considered structurally deficient last year, needed repairs. The total represents over 2,500 few bridges than more than the 61,000 in 2014. The association that has done the investigation on it reviewed Transportation Department records for its study. It says 63,000 bridges were structurally deficient in 2013. That's a lot of bridges.
It is. Is that like across the country?
Across the country.
It's because the world, we lost so much money with that war that we weren't able to spend any money on our own selves. You know, it's like anything else. If you can't pay your bills, you can't do no home improvement. So therefore, when we send that money over to Iraq to fight these wars and things like that, we weren't taking care of what we need to take care at home.
Mm-hmm.
So
it said the top 5 states were Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, Iowa, South Dakota, and Oklahoma. And it says part of the problem is maintaining aging bridges, which were 85% of these bridges were built in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
And it says the mostly heavily traveled bridges that need repairs include California, several Interstate 405 bridges in L.A., in Pennsylvania, Interstate 95 in Philadelphia, in Maryland, several Interstate 95 bridges, in New York, the Brooklyn Bridge, and in Washington, D.C., the Memorial Bridge. It's interesting. Congress approved $305 billion, 5-year highway bill in December. It also says the Transportation Department estimated a $115 billion backlog in repairs for bridges. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot.
And that's a lot of repair. In 1970, my thing is, over time, maybe every 10 or 15 years, you should inspect those bridges and see where repairs need to be done. I mean, 1970, that's what, 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
A long time.
Wasn't the Memorial Bridge in D.C. that bridge that that plane crashed into some years ago?
Yeah.
Probably over 20 years ago now, I guess.
About 30 years ago, yeah.
Bridge?
Yeah, the bridge that goes from downtown D.C. going into Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
The Memorial Bridge. There was a plane.
Plane crashed into that bridge called what is that, 40, what is it called?
I know the Memorial Bridge, a plane hit it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the one.
Yeah. Wow.
I thought that bridge began with a P. The
Potomac?
Potomac Bridge was the bridge where the plane cut off the top of the cars and hit the bridge and all.
It's quite a few bridges over there.
No, the Potomac Bridge is the one that goes into King George,
Give
Virginia.
us a call. Anybody on the line from D.C. or Maryland that can dispute that situation with that bridge?
Potomac Bridge?
Because that bridge, the airplanes come right over that bridge. And one day...
Well, that's the one, the Memorial Bridge is the one where National Airport is in that area.
Right, but the Memorial Bridge is on the... It's on the side of it. I think Papa is right about the Potomac Bridge.
It might be the
Okay.
Potomac.
Okay.
Memorial Bridge is...
yeah, I couldn't remember which one was it that the plane hit.
I think
it did
next
him the top of some
right.
Well, see how things come around, because, see, we were talking about weed smoking, and Redwine had denied that, see. Those were the years that
I don't know anything
Redwine...
about that.
Bill Clinton Jr. Okay.
But if you guys hit those states, you guys be careful about those bridges. So.
Yeah, because Pennsylvania goes over to Ohio and into Indiana, into Chicago.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is the quickest route to everything. Pennsylvania in the back of Maryland, leading to Baltimore, Harrisburg, all up top.
Right.
Pennsylvania covers a lot of little area people don't realize. The Alleghenies, it's amazing.
What you got over there, Redwine? Is that you, Redwine?
I got
Papa?
You want to do it? You got
okay,
your boy.
I'll go. Yeah, I just had a quick update on Ethan Couch. You remember him, Mr. Affluenza Teen?
Yeah, it's crazy self.
Yeah, well, the update this week is that the judge has decided to transfer Ethan Couch's case from the juvenile court to the adult court. Wow. And that just happened today. So I applaud that judge for that, because he needs to be tried as an adult.
Why not? You trial black folks at 13 years old as an adult.
Hello.
Welcome to the club.
So,
brother.
for those of you who either didn't know or forgot, Ethan Couch, who is now 18, had been held in the Tarrant County Maximum Security Adult Facility since February 5th, when they had a hearing. The case is being turned over to the adult court when he turns 19 on April the 11th. And his probation will continue until February of 2024.
Why does he got to be 19 to be charged as an adult?
I don't know.
They should determine that right after you have your wet dream.
Well, to me, 18. Well, in some cases they say 18, some they say 21.
Okay.
But he was sentenced to probation in an intoxication manslaughter case after he killed 4 people while driving drunk.
4 people.
The probation and his lawyer's affluenza defense, of course, sparked national outrage, and it all got stirred up again when a video surfaced of him online at a party where it looked like they were drinking alcohol. Even though in the video he didn't have a cup in his hand, but he was there like they were playing beer pong or something, and the video was seen. So people felt like, okay, he's supposed to stay away from alcohol,
right?
But he was at that beer pong party. And then that's when the probation officer started looking for him.
Right.
And that's when he and his mom took off and left the country and went to Mexico.
How crazy was that?
I know.
Yeah, that whole thing was crazy.
That sounded like some incest shit to me. But anyway.
So anyway, his case has been transferred to a new judge now that's going to try him as an adult.
Good.
So we'll keep following that story to see what happens.
Yeah, him and his mom is suspect as hell to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a Redwine story. I don't know how I got this. This talks about the Hubble Space Telescope. She's all Redwine's into the
Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, Redwine's into the Star Trek and all that stuff, but I'm gonna try it. Because you know me, I'm ghetto fabulous, so I can't even pronounce half these words on here. Okay, it says that
Work it out.
NASA Hubble Space Telescope captured a photo of a distant galaxy that's home of one of the most massive black holes that astronomers have ever discovered. Now, according to Redwine, when we discussed this earlier, she said a black hole was a massive entity that grabs anything that comes near it.
Paraphrasing, but okay.
That could be related to a few people that you know. Okay.
See, now that's where I didn't say that.
But didn't you say earlier, Redwine, with black hole?
Not.
Okay.
The black hole. Yeah.
Over in where?
I deny any such comment.
Just referencing different things. We won't go there. We won't disrespect nobody's city. Okay, the black hole is located 300 million light years away from the city of the Coma cluster of the galaxy NGC 4889. Like I said, this is a Redwine story.
You said all that in one breath, Papa?
Yeah.
You handled it very well.
Which is the brightest galaxy in the newest released photos, according to a statement from NASA and the ESA, whatever ESA means. Okay. The supermassive black hole is 21 million times the size of the sun.
It's huge.
Put it in perspective, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy has a mass 4 million times of that of the sun, according to the Hubble Space Telegraph scientists.
Huge.
How did I get this story? I don't know. Because you know what? As long as the sun rises and the sun sets, and we got spring, summer, winter, and fall, I could really give a rat's ass.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
All right.
You're not interested in the new black hole that they found, huh?
I
know where a couple of black holes
are.
are.
Very interested.
It's Black History Month. I appreciate them giving him that name. But in any event, a black hole is a massive.
Some people are very interested.
A black
in
hole is
black
a massive entity. I guess you can almost compare it to when a ship sinks. When a ship sinks, it pulls down everything in its mass. Mm-hmm. So you got to get away from a ship, just like in the movie Titanic, when the ship started sinking and
they went down the black hole, Papa.
And Leonardo DiCaprio and the other girl was there, and he went in the water, and she said,
because it creates almost like a vacuum.
Let me give you my impression of the young lady.
Oh boy!
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio fell off the little he was on the door, and she put his frozen hands up, and he fell in the water, and she said, "Come back, come back, come back." Anyway,
this has been a Titanic moment brought to you by Poppa DD. And on that note, we're going to take a CC break.
Yeah, we're going to.
Poppa DD can regroup.
Yeah, we got to regroup here. we got to go find out where all the black holes are.
Yeah. The black who?
Come back. We do have a new segment, Dr. Phil. She'll be up shortly, so we're going to take a little
stay tuned.
And we'll be right back, right, Papa?
Hey, this is Poppa DD. Join me on Friday nights live at the Pajama Party, adult online radio talk show. And don't miss my segments called Living for the City and What's Poppin'.
Hey, and join me. This is Redwine with the long stem, and I've got the hot topics in my commentary called I'm Just Saying. And don't forget, the cocktail of the week for me, Ketel with the yellow top. I got the Hollywood wrap-up along with Weird News. And don't forget, we've got the kisser list. That's for the people who get on our last nerves and you want us to call them out.
So join us on Blog Talk Radio for the Pajama Party.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Go to apajamaparty.com to listen online or follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. Call us live, 914-803-4306. And don't forget to press 1.
Now let's get back to the show.
Hey, what happened to the snack tray or the bartender?
Does he want to see my slippers?
I'll call it room service.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right. Ketel, you want to introduce? We have a guest tonight that we want to talk about for a little bit.
Yeah, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil is her name. This is she.
Yeah. This is our Dr. Phil. She's going to talk about sexual healing.
Sexual healing.
Yeah. It should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys sit back and relax, and we can get into Dr. Phil. Hello, Dr. Phil. Are you there?
Hello. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing tonight?
We're fine. How are you, Dr. Phil?
Oh, I'm trying to make it keeping on.
I know that's right. What you got tonight? You talking about some sexual healing tonight?
Always. That's the best thing to talk about on the Pajama Party.
I know that's
all right. Now, you better bring it.
Well, come on with
What's the Pajama Party all about?
No underwear allowed. I hear
That's right. Stays only. No clothes allowed.
Okay, Papa, we had enough of you calling me fish and cat and everything else.
Oh, no.
But we'll talk about that later. Let's keep it moving.
That was a compliment,
well,
really.
Come on, let's keep it moving. What you talking about tonight, Dr. Phil?
Okay, I'm going to be talking about sexual healing. This is the month of the heart. Happy belated V-Day. Love should survive when nothing else can. Man thirsts and thrive off this concept. Love is fierce and is healing to the soul. There have been many stories, songs, and poetry and music about the subject love. Everyone has their own concept about love and how it should be expressed. Oftentimes it's not meeting the expectations of the giver or the receiver. And then there's conflict in the atmosphere. Least desired moments begin to form the pain of the aching heart. No roses or no love. So my topic tonight on the Pajama Party is sexual healing. Everyone has been hurt at some point in their relationship, and how do one move on from this perfect union of bliss? First of all, Forgiveness must be in the heart and the mind of the person. Learn to forgive often and not let the past relationship and actions of their creep into their relationship. Forgiveness must be established even if the other party is not asking for forgiveness. And this act alone will bring healing to the universe and to your soul and begin to bring new actions of love into your heart and space. And also, not enough attention has been given to this area. Many people deny the sexual aspects of their body. And once the damage has been done, many people tend to go on without healing, and then it shows up in other areas of their lives. People start to have financial problems, relationship problems, and even health problems. And now I'm going to go on and define what sexual healing is. Sexual healing is awakening of a person's desire to feel alive, or awakening of their sensual self, but without the unusual shame or hidden agenda. Sexual healing can consist in trauma, self-esteem, awakening of unconditional love, restore and bring a balance in one's life. But ultimately, the real goal of sexual healing is to bring union with God, union with oneself, an expression of union within the person, because we all desire this love and we crave, and that's all we seek. And if these areas, when these things are missing, then we tend to fall back into self-destruction. And one of the things that the healing process can involve is learning the difference between a healthy and an unhealthy relationship. Sexual encounters are touching the inner being of the mind and bringing forth creative power. And it tends to be able to enjoy the world and intimate relationships with the opposite sex. The sexual, sensual person often look for other things outside of themselves, but not knowing that they need to look within their soul in order to continue to move on to a higher level of the state of the consciousness. And the sexual center focuses on searching for pleasure, sharing of oneself, and of freedom and unconditional love. And oftentimes people don't take the time out to desire to work on that sexual side. And most people just focus on the spiritual side of themselves. And oftentimes it still brings unbalance, and that's why they can't find the inner peace that they're truly searching for, is because the sexual side is often missing. For example, a lot of women, once they've abused in a relationship, and the first thing they say, oh, girl, I'm leaving the men alone. I can't be dealing with men, and it's, they're just full of problems, and they don't have their act together. But no, that's not the attitude to take. Actually, you don't have your act together. Yes, you have been abused and you went through a situation that was less desirable, but actually you have to go within yourself to find that peace. And denying yourself the sexual side of it will not really bring the peace, because the body is craving that. And then you thinking spiritually. Yeah, spiritually would correct certain other aspects, but there's aspects of sexuality, because let's think about it. We both was formed through sexual act. When your mom and your dad got together, what did they have? Bam, there was baby girl or baby boy. So now to think that you're going to miss the beginning part of your existence and think it's going to bring balance to you, that's not going to happen. But I'm going to keep it short tonight, but I'm just going to keep it real. But I just want you guys to look forward to the book coming forth on the aspects of sexual healing. And then the book is going to contain information about inner peace, bringing it to the mind, body, and soul, the art of sharing, the expressive of joy, and then practical ways to sexual healing. And then it's also going to talk about changing the energy to become one with yourself, your mate, and the world. And I would just like to thank you guys for having me on the Pajama Party, and it's exciting, and I look forward into, any questions. And I began to, talk to different people and asking them certain things. And one of the things that I would like to callers, if they have any questions, just call in. And also, too, because of Valentine's Day, some people might have was happy and some people wasn't happy. And I just want to know, should you give your mate an ultimatum?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is. So what you got, Redwine? Got a question for Dr. Phil?
Yeah, Dr. Phil. We have a question that came in over Twitter. The question is from one of our users on Twitter. How do you achieve sexual healing when your partner has been unfaithful?
Well, first of all, I started off with the first concept is forgiveness. And that even if he's still cheating, you still should forgive the act, for the simple fact is forgiveness brings healing to yourself. Whatever guilt that you might be feeling and whatever facing that you might, understand or why he did this and how he did that and a whole 9 yards. But ultimately, your partner is a part of you. But he's still his own person, or the female's still her own person. She has her desires. And one of the things that should be decided is, do you want the relationship to continue? And then after you decide that, then forgiveness has to be on both parties. And once forgiveness is achieved, then you can start bringing that inner peace to each other. And then set aside time and effort to, enhance each other, not focus on the unfaithfulness, but try to figure out why it happened and how each party can take responsibility for it. And oftentimes women don't like to take responsibility because their mate cheat, and I can understand that, but still, we all in this together, and it's called a relationship.
All right. Good answer.
I have a question myself, Dr. Phil. This is Poppa DD. When a man meets a woman, like you said, when after they went through a bunch of stuff and their mind is all jiggled, and let's say he came from some pretty humble beginnings and he met someone who's pretty jacked up, what do you think that the person should explain to him about what she's been through, or do they just keep it a secret and let him just bask into their crap, so to speak?
Well, one of the things that I believe in is that people should not be unequally yoked. And that could take many different forms and terms. First of all, is he has the capability to be able to be in a relationship and be fulfilled when a person cannot give the love that he's desiring. And sometimes people like to take people and make them into what they desire them to be, which that is not needed. You need to find a mate that is compatible to you and is already on the energy level that you are on. Because other than that, it's just a lot of chaos. And I understand the term unconditional love, but a lot of people have to learn to love themselves first, and then they can help and love someone else. But if you're constantly looking for someone to do something that they are not capable of doing, then are you really loving them, or are you bringing them pain?
Yeah, that makes sense, because I think that people should really proceed with caution and look before they leap, because they'll probably see the signs that that person's not ready for the relationship. Everybody wants to think they're ready for the game, but the game is strong, and wow. Yeah,
and it's about love, and that's the ultimate form of a relationship. But when you get to the sexual aspects of it, how can I really fulfill a person sexually when I'm not sexually healed myself?
Yeah, that's a lot of people should know that. They should know that, and that's deep.
All right, Dr. Phil.
Ketel, did you have another one from Twitter?
Yeah.
All right, go right ahead.
How do you balance, sexual healing and your what you mentioned earlier about sexual healing and fulfilling yourself with, your religion or God? How do you balance that, the two?
I'm not really sure what the question is asking me. Is it asking me how do you balance yourself with God, or how do you balance yourself after you've been abused through a relationship, or how do you find inner peace? But what I would like to share is that first, the connection with God. God is universal, and God is not religion. God is a spirit, and a spirit of guiding us into everlasting peace. So, therefore, a lot of terminology or things that people get conflict with religion is not really of God, it's of man. And religion is man-made. So what I would suggest to one person do is really find out what you desire and really get in touch with your inner being, and then really clear your consciousness of what you really think reality is all about relationship. And take yourself outside the box and take God outside the box and then become one. And God will begin to start speaking to your inner being. And then as you start desiring a mate, all those purities that you cleanse your heart, your body, and your soul and your mind, and you think of things that are pure, then a person of purity will start coming into your life because that's what you're focusing on, and that's what you'll begin to attract.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, that's some good teaching, Dr. Phil. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Callers,
I hope I answered his or her question. And if if they want to elaborate more, then I can go for it with them.
Okay.
Okay. Callers that are on the line now, if you want to get in with Dr. Phil, now is your opportunity. If you're on the line and you have a question or a comment for Dr. Phil, just press 1, and we will pick you up and put you on the air with Dr. Phil. Don't be shy. It's not like we can see you. We just want to hear you. So just press 1 if you have a question before we move on to our next segment, because we're enjoying this, but we're not trying to hog Dr. Phil. We want to share her. So if you want to get in on it now, come on. Press 1.
She'll be on the line.
Comment, question. All right. Well, Dr. Phil, that was awesome. And we appreciate it. You did your thing.
Yeah, dropping the mic and some more stuff. Got us snapping over here and everything.
I thank you guys. I thank you guys for the opportunity. And it was a joy to be able to share.
Hey, you gave us some enlightening situations and some things to think about. I'm going to really be thinking
love
tonight.
is powerful. And that's one thing that we all need to center more on and pay more attention to it. Because once we all love and enjoy, and especially bring out the sensual side of ourselves, it can bring out a lot of creativity. And that's really where a lot of our creativity comes from, is through our sensual side.
All right. Okay. All right, Dr. Phil.
All right. Well, we're going to put you back in the queue, and if anybody has any questions or comments for Dr. Phil tonight, you'll have a few more moments to get them in. So we appreciate Dr. Phil. We're going to put her back on hold, and we're going to keep it moving with, where are we, Weird News?
What's popping? What you got, Papa?
I'm sorry, what's popping?
Yeah.
We're going to keep it popping. Keep it moving with what's popping. I'm going to get it right.
All right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's popping with you tonight, Poppa DD?
Yeah.
Wow.
You still adjusting.
Yeah, I'm vibing off
Dr.
Phil, and I appreciate that you having the full spectrum of things, because there are a lot of people that aren't ready to get involved in things, and they do it anyway, and then their mates sit there and look all crazy. What it is, people aren't ready. By the time they wear out the other person, they're all messed up. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, what's popping with me is the word that's been used so much by the Republicans that is really making me sick, and that's the word called conservative. Are you a conservative? Mm-hmm. Conservatism. Republicans say this word so damn much, it drives me crazy. Oh, he's a great conservative. Well, he's one of the most conservative. We all are conservative. If you look at the word conservative, conservative means that you take the time to realize your boundaries and understand your surroundings. Let me repeat that again. You realize your boundaries and understand your surroundings before you do some dumb shit. That's a simple aspect of conservatism. Means you don't do nothing crazy. You realize where you are, what you're doing, what you have to do. Like nowadays in most churches, for example, churches have been relaxed when it comes to the dress code, which is cool because in most cases nowadays with this new millennium crowd, they're just trying to get people in the church, okay? And they know that young people dressing up or what have you could be kind of passe because, they're not dressing up 6 other days of the week. So they just want to get you in church, which is a good thing. But if you wore a suit every Sunday based on your old-fashioned values or what have you, people look at you and think that you're conservative. But it's only because you came up in a different time frame. So you know to wear a tie to church. So you'll be considered conservative. It has nothing to do with being white or being a politician or being a Republican. Conservative means that if I got to go to the bathroom and I'm in the park, I need to find the right size tree that's going to block me and my Johnson while I pull out my thing to do my thing. I don't want to do it in the open. I don't want to do it by a tree that's too thin. I don't want to do it by anywhere I'm going to be noticed because I don't want to be busted for indecent exposure. I don't want people to see me. I don't want to get caught at it. So if I took the time to find the right tree and the right hiding and the right area, then I took the conservative approach to take a piss. So conservatism comes in every aspect. From most Republicans are walking around, I'm I'm conservative. Everything I do in every single day of my life. You're not conservative every minute, every day of your life. Okay, when the campaign is over at the end of the day and they're in their hotel room and they did their debates and everything and they're sitting back and they're drinking or whatever they do in their off time, that conservativeness is out of the window. But the door is shut on the hotel room, so you still have now the opportunity to hide your liberalness. The opposite of liberal is conservative. But people want to put a race of people or a whole party of people, whether it be Democrat or what have you, under the level of liberal, which is unbelievable. So we have to stop thinking that the word conservative is connected to anybody in particular or any race in particular or any political affiliation in particular. Like I said, in ending at this, conservative means you take the time to check your surroundings and check your situation to make sure what you're doing at that particular time won't get you caught, put out there, or what have you. It's not about being a Republican. We're all conservative when we need to be. And we're all liberal when we need to be. So don't let nobody hang no liberal tag on you claiming that you're black, so you're liberal. Don't go for it. That's what I got tonight with what's popping.
All right, Papa. Not dropping on Mike tonight?
Oh, we going to budget tonight.
All right, what's popping? We're going to take a little CC break.
Oh, okay.
All right. Take a little CC break and regroup from Dr. Phil and Papa.
We'll be right back.
Right.
All right, students, settle down. Today's lesson is on weed etiquette. Just because weed has been legalized in certain states, people need to understand that they should use weed etiquette when visiting friends and family. Now, if you choose to smoke weed when visiting friends and relatives who don't smoke weed, please remember these rules. Number 1, go outside. Number 2, collect the roaches. Number 3, stand away from the house. Number 4, wash your hands and mouth when you come back inside. And remember, everyone does not want to get high with you. So don't take it personal. Some people may be on parole. Some may be interviewing for jobs where drug testing is required. And some may be in AA and they just can't get high with you. Maybe they just don't like the smell of weed. Did you think of that? So remember, if you sit in the car and smoke weed, then come back in the house and sit on their nice upholstered furniture, that smell will remain in their sofa for quite a while, and they may not like that. Weed is not a cologne or a perfume. Everyone doesn't want to smell it. So make sure you use weed etiquette when you do your thing. This has been a public service announcement for weed etiquette, and we thank you for your time. Hey, Papa, what are you doing, man? What you doing?
I'm waiting for the teacher to get done.
Students, settle down. Settle down. Hey, students, okay, share with the teacher. Why? Share with the teacher. Students, share with the teacher. Someone open the window, please. Open the window.
Okay, all right.
Hello. This is Ketel, and we're back at the Pajama Party.
Bonsoir.
Okay, I got.
All right, I'm waiting for my cue. Je suis vin rouge.
Oh,
Bonsoir.
we got Redwine. We done tied Poppa DD back up in the back again.
Yeah, no, we sent him on a beer run. He'll be back in a minute. We're going to move on with the weird news, and Ketel, you're up first, so what do you have?
Okay. Oh. Australian town gripped by hairy panic.
Hairy panic?
Yeah, this is interesting. A town in Australian state of Victoria has been inundated by tumbleweed. Gardens, homes, and garages in Wangaratta have been smothered by the plant, with some homes blocked in the piles 2 meters high. The fast-growing, what they call Panicum effusum weed, more commonly as hairy panic, has been drifting to the town for days. One resident claimed she spent 8 hours clearing up the tumbleweed one day, only to have it return next. Residents suspect that the tumbleweed is coming from a nearby unmaintained field. Despite its dry, flammable nature, the council does not consider the plant as a fire risk.
So tumbleweed is a plant?
Yeah, that's what it's saying here.
I didn't know that.
I
always thought of it just like
weed, huh?
Dry. Like, you know, if it fall off of a live plant.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really thought about, like, what is tumbleweed?
It's a trip. You guys have to check it out online. It says this is not the first time that the town has been inundated with tumbleweed. Back in 2014, in January, tumbleweed in a town in the U.S. state of New Mexico covered homes and blocked streets. And just 2 months later, towns around Colorado Springs were also swamped.
I do remember that.
Okay.
That was crazy.
It says, in this region of the U.S., tumbleweed comes from the Russian thistle plant. This is a prickly plant which makes the tumbleweed more dangerous and can even scratch a car as they drift past. So I wouldn't want that by my car. Almost like somebody scratching my car. Isn't that Jasmine Sullivan say?
I know that's right.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Hairy panic.
Yeah, I guess they are panicked because they said it was blocking the doors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People couldn't even get out of their house.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like the Bat Cave. You go through it and then you don't see nobody else.
That's some craziness.
Right, but that's a crazy weed. I have to look that one up. Panicum effusum weed.
Oh, that's what they call it. That's the scientific name for tumbleweed.
Or quote-unquote hairy panic.
Okay, as opposed to Harry Potter.
Yes,
All righty. Well, here's another weird one for you.
Mm-hmm.
The pumpkin flinging contest is looking to return to Delmarva this year. Georgetown, Delaware, after a 2-year absence, a pumpkin flinging contest could be coming back to the Delmarva Peninsula this year. Organizers of the World Championship, get this, they call it the Punkin Chunkin. the World Championship Pumpkin Chunkin. They hope to hold the event in Delaware's Sussex County, but they said that they're considering locations across Delmarva, including Maryland's Worcester and Dorchester counties. This event began in another area called Lewes, Lewes, back in 1986. Now, this is what I find amusing. There is a Pumpkin Chunkin Association. Yes, they have an association. The president of the Pumpkin Chunkin Association is Fred Payton, and he says a location for the contest could be picked by the end of March. And the competition, in which contestants launch pumpkins from a variety of homemade contraptions, is expected to be held between November 4th to November the 6th. And they said that the Pumpkin Chunkin began in Sussex County in 1986, but it hasn't been held since 2013 because of insurance and liability issues. Now, I wonder what kind of insurance and liability issues you could have when you are launching pumpkins like torpedoes from homemade contraptions.
Because if that pumpkin hit my damn windshield.
Surely there could be no liability and risk with launching huge pumpkins from homemade contraptions. But Mr. Payton, who is the president of the Pumpkin Chunkin Association, says that the organizers have secured insurance for this year's event.
Really?
So I guess if somebody gets injured, upside the head pumpkin, or a pumpkin busts a windshield or something.
Oh, wow.
Like that pumpkin says, I'll bust the windows out your car. They have insurance.
Okay.
So it looks like there will be a pumpkin chunkin flinging contest up in Delmarva in Delaware this year.
Our Dr. Phil would say if they had more sexual healing,
hello,
they'd be less.
They wouldn't be flinging pumpkins.
So these people are obviously bored.
It sounds that way.
More sexual
anyway,
they're flinging pumpkins.
In Hilldale, New Jersey, the postmaster seemed dumbfounded. In a 911 call he made to get help for a New Jersey letter carrier who was trapped inside a truck by several wild turkeys. Now this is weird news. Let me read that again.
Turkeys had him trapped in a truck.
Hillsdale, New Jersey. A postmaster seemed pretty dumbfounded because he had to make a 911 call to call a New Jersey letter carrier who was stuck inside of his truck by several wild turkeys. I think I seen this on the Farmers commercial on TV. So
it does sound like that commercial.
The incident played out Tuesday in Hillside. The audio was released Wednesday. The postmaster initially told police that you're not going to believe this.
That's a good opening. Hey, Joe, you're not going to believe this.
Before he provided the police with details about the attack. Okay, noting several events that happened before. Police officer who took the call sounded equally amazed. Right. Authorities said about 7 turkeys accosted the letter carrier, but he wasn't injured. Wow. And like he said himself that it sounded like a farmer's commercial. Art imitating life. So 2 officers scared off the turkey so the letter carrier could continue on to his route. And they just went up to the mail truck and 6 turkeys just started barking at the truck. And letter carrier didn't know what to do. So
I just want to know, what did he do to them?
I just think it's that ugly ass uniform they wear, really. Because they got the dogs freaked out. The dogs are the same way. The dogs see a mailman, they lose their damn mind.
I thought it was the scent.
I don't know. It's just it's right.
Shorts.
It may be the scent. They walk around all day. So they probably funky as hell.
Probably.
I think it's those
armpits
shorts.
And crotch.
Because they had those crazy shorts that don't look like they would look good on anybody.
I think that dingy navy blue.
I don't know. I don't get it. But that's our crazy weird news for tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about? Hit us up tonight. 914-803-4306 and press 1.
Hey, look here, we got a party too we need to talk about because we haven't talked about this all night. If you don't mind, can I speak on this for a minute?
Go for it, Pop.
We're having a party Okay? If you want to see us, see what we look like, we're all beautiful.
We're going to have masks.
Okay?
I'm going to have my mask on.
Because I think that Ketel and Redwine, they were on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Oh, my gosh.
1960 something.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Ketel was featured on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition back in 46.
See what I'm saying? Watch it, Pop.
And Redwine was featured on the swimsuit edition back in 48.
Watch it. You remember Aunt Esther? Watch it, sucker.
But they still looking good, the two of them, okay? They got many pleats, a lot of cleats, and they wear a lot of greasy kids stuff.
See what I'm saying?
But other than that, they doing well.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we're having a party. So if you're in the D.C. area on the 19th of March, we're having a Mardi Gras party. It's a Mardi Gras was in February this year. We're doing a March Mardi Gras party.
All right now.
With all the trimming, with the beads. Ladies are going to be lifting up their blouses and pulling their bras and pulling their nipples. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a little area we're going to have roped off. So if you want some beads and everything, you want some beads.
Me and Redwine not going to be in that area.
You want to show your little totters. We're going to have an area roped off for that.
Your little tater tot.
Your little or your big bazookas, whatever you're wearing. Okay? It's the 16th the 19th of March. It's at the Bourbon Street Lounge. It's 1410 Missouri Avenue. It was previously called the White House, but they changed the name to the Bourbon Street Lounge. For this occasion. For this occasion, yeah. I think it goes back to the White House after that. 1410 Missouri Avenue in the northwest section of Washington, D.C., which is centrally located. You can get a plane, train, automobile, and I think Ketel can even hook you up with an Uber drive.
All right, man.
As she laughs. The admission is $20.
She got connected.
We have a buffet, cash bar, and it's going to be a hell of a party. It's on a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
I keep saying the 16th. Damn.
19th.
The 19th of March.
Red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice. We got catfish. We're going to do everything you're going to do. If you've never been to New Orleans, see, I've been there, so I say New Orleans. If somebody says to you New Orleans, they never been there.
There you go.
I've been there so much I can almost say nah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think y'all had some stock over there in New Orleans.
We get around. I was there first, and Redwine followed my lead.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, yeah, and don't act like you've never been there.
I travel too.
See? We all get around.
But it's nothing like New Orleans.
All right now.
You can let yourself be free. Everybody talks about Vegas. In my opinion, Vegas ain't got shiggity.
I know that's right.
On New Orleans,
you better
okay?
say so.
New Orleans is cool. You can let yourself be free. The natives there, the people from the state of Louisiana, are very wonderful people, and we appreciate them quite a bit. So therefore, but like I said, the 19th of March, we're having a party. You know, if you want to ask us on the Pajama Party about tickets, or go to our site. You know, we got some phone numbers and things like that. We'll put the flyer up on the website, and, you know, we're going to put that out there. We're having a party on the 19th of March in Washington, D.C.
All right.
So get out. Get a train. Get a plane. Come see it. We'll let you stay over. Get your little cot.
Or call Uber.
There you go.
Uber.
Call somebody. Well, let me get this in, because this thing has been on my mind. I'm just saying.
Come
on, Redwine.
Tonight, I'm just saying.
Redwine is going to do hers. Let me introduce you. Redwine is going to do her segment, which is called I'm Just Saying.
Thank you, Poppa DD.
So, Redwine, go and do your thing.
So, tonight, I'm just saying, do we really, 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 do we need to remake Roots? I just read an article today about the remaking of the acclaimed miniseries Roots that aired in the late 70s, which, of course, told the story of Alex Haley's family's genealogy based on his best-selling novel. Now, Roots was an excellent and a very honest portrayal of some of the darkest times in the history of black people in America. And it was told like no other movie that I think I've ever seen. Now, what I want to know is, why does it have to be remade? Why can't we just watch the original and keep it as an untampered classic? I'm just asking. You all know how I feel about all these remakes, totally unnecessary remakes for TV and movies and whatnot. But this one just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's got me feeling some kind of way. Now, they've got some top-notch actors like Lawrence Fishburne, Mekhi Phifer, Anika Noni Rose, T.I. the Rapper, and a host of other people including some newcomers, and that's great. That's all well and good. But why couldn't they tell a new story? Give us a story we haven't seen. Do something original. How many more up from slavery stories do we need in our repertoire? I'm not hating for real, but I'm just saying there are so many new and undiscovered screenwriters with a fresh, new perspective and new material that are just waiting for an opportunity to get their scripts produced. And we happen to know two of them from our parent company, DC Homegrown Entertainment. Shout out to DC Homegrown Entertainment. But it's hard to get a new concept sold when the industry is so fixated on making these daggone remakes. Enough already. I'm just saying. Now, they got Will Packer, who is like a big deal right now in Hollywood. He's one of the executive producers. Now, Will gave us Ride Along, Think Like a Man, and a list of other films. The brother is a talented producer. They also have Questlove, your boy Questlove from The Roots.
My main man.
He's the executive music producer. And they got Mario Van Peebles as one of the directors.
That's my main man.
And that's all good, all day long. That's all good. I just wish they would work on a totally new concept.
New story.
You know, this remake, to me, is like trying to remake Sanford and Son or The Jeffersons or even Good Times. You know, I mean, those characters and the actors who portrayed them were iconic. And those shows were classics that, in my opinion, should never, ever be messed with. I'm just saying. I think that most of us, if not all of us, would boycott a reboot of any of those classic shows, because if anybody tried to do Fred Sanford other than Red Fox, it would be a travesty. And nobody but Damon Wilson could play Lamont. You know what I'm saying? The chemistry that they had on screen was undeniable.
Yeah, it was.
I just feel like with all the black talent that we have working on this remake of Roots, certainly they could have produced something new and uplifting. I mean, okay, can I be honest? I don't know about you, but sometimes when I see shows like Roots or Mississippi Burning, for example, those things mess with me. You know what I'm saying? They stir me up in a certain kind of way, and it messes with my attitude, and it makes me less. Let me say this politically correctly. It makes me less tolerable of dealing with the BS from people who I'll just say don't look like me. Okay. And I don't need any help to get into that zone because I'm militant by nature. So for me personally, it's best that I don't even look at shows like those unless it's on the weekend. Because a weekday, to see that kind of stuff, not a good thing for me. I'm just keeping it real. So I'm happy that all these talented black people are able to work in their chosen profession. I applaud all of that. But I am not excited about the remaking of Roots. Not at all. It's not that I don't want it to be successful, but I'm just disappointed that they feel the need to spend money on producing something that's already been done and done so well.
That's right.
That's all I have to say about it. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying, I'm not feeling that Roots remake.
All right. I know that's right.
I ain't feeling it.
Redwine, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, audience.
They keep, people come in with stuff based on financial gains or what have you, and we really need to leave things alone. We have a caller on the line. Caller, you on with the Pajama Party. You have a comment or statement?
Hello. Caller, go right in.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, we hear you. You're on with the Pajama Party.
Oh, I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Hi.
Oh,
okay. Well, glad you came back.
Yeah, this is Silver Fox.
Oh, hey, Silver Fox. How you doing? Wow.
I'm doing just fine.
Good.
I'm doing just fine. And Redwine, that's a cat, boo.
That's what I can do. I don't can't do fine.
Where is the sock? She can't imitate it. I'll put it on my shoulders, honey.
Ooh, how are you doing tonight, Silver Fox?
I'm doing just fine. I'm glad to see that you guys are still in rare form.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
you know how we do.
Friday
we
night.
Have it any other way.
I know that's right.
Yeah, Poppa DD over there, he's got some issues with mailmen, I see, but I can't see he doesn't have any issues.
I don't know whether it's every animal attacks the mailman. I don't know whether it's the uniform, the armpits, the crotch. I don't know what it is. Something is stinking and bringing them to the mailman. I don't know.
Right.
Change the uniform, wash it, whatever. You know what I mean?
See what I say? He got some issues with. I think it's just the mailman. I would say men in uniform, but I think it's just the mailman. But it's good to see that you guys are in rare form, and I am excited about this party. So unfortunately, I have never been down to Nolans. Man, Poppa DD.
That could be cured. That could be cured.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bring you in.
We can assist you with that.
Yeah, we're going to bring New Orleans to D.C.
We can assist you with that. Believe me.
All right. Bourbon Street Lounge it is on March 19th, right?
March 19th.
That's right.
There
you go. All right, now.
9 until. And
they put us out of the Bourbon Street Lounge.
We're going to shut it down.
Yeah.
New Orleans style.
Previously the White House, but it's called the Bourbon Street Lounge for this occasion.
Yeah. We're going to switch it up.
All right, so that night we're doing shot.
Hey, there you go. Better believe it. Tequila all night long. Tequila all night long.
We have a new cocktail for the night.
Where is my sponsor?
See what I'm saying?
Where is my sponsor?
We have a new cocktail called the cilantro applesauce. We'll tell you more about that. Redwine and I, we're enjoying it right now. Poppa, he's on to something else right now.
Yeah, I'm a brown liquor guy, so forgive me.
As usual.
Yeah.
As usual.
Hennessy, anything brown, Yeah.
All right. Well, continue to listen, Silver Fox, and thanks for calling in.
And we'll see you March 19th.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys then. Mask on and all.
All right.
Before I go, I did hear I can pull my top up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can go woohoo, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Because see, afterwards, I don't want nobody talking about me.
Yeah, we have an area roped off in the back for anybody that wants to.
You can do your thing.
For those who are completely excited about the growth of their nips and their so their.
You can get all the beads you can get.
There's different styles.
I want to see how many beads. I want to see how many beads I'm going to be able to collect by the end of the night.
I heard that.
Watch out now.
We can do a contest. Whoever collects the most beads gets the prize.
Watch out now. All right, Silver Fox. We'll see you there.
Red wine be cheating, so.
Mhm.
Me?
I might even show my nipples in.
Okay. And on that note,
Silver Fox,
I might even lift my bra while y'all talking like that.
Help us.
Anyway,
we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna get into the Black History facts. But thanks for calling, Silver Fox. I'll see you later.
Be good.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Take care now.
Bye. Okay.
There's something really wrong with
the next segment we're going to get into is the Black History Facts in reference to Black History Month. What we got going on, Ketel, with the Black History Facts?
As usual, they give us the shortest month, but it's okay.
Yeah, the shortest month, the coldest month.
Yeah. I have one Black History fact here, and I think you have a few other ones, but that's what happened in February 19th. Black History. Thomas L. Jennings, 1791 to 1856, was an African-American tradesman and abolitionist in New York City. He was an African-American who operated a tailoring and dry cleaning business, and in 1821 was the first African-American to be granted a patent. Yeah, dry cleaning. Yeah,
really?
Who knew?
I didn't know that.
Jennings also, in 1831, he was selected as assistant secretary to the first annual convention of the people of color in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Jennings also organized the Legal Rights Association in 1855 in New York, which raised challenges to discrimination and organized legal defense for court cases. So, yeah. He did the dry cleaning and
very nice.
Yeah, that's Thomas L. Jennings. All right.
Yeah.
What you got over there, Papa?
We got different things that happened on the 19th of February, today's date. Pioneer Memorial dedicated to the Donner Party in Truckee, California. In 1847, the Donner Party is rescued. Surviving members of the ill-fated Donner Party, a group of pioneers snowbound in the Sierra Nevada mountains, passed for almost 4 months. They were lost for like 4 months in the snow-capped mountains, and they were rescued by a rescue party. Following different, and they came up with different tales of what happened with them, with their accounts of different survival and cannibalism and all kind of jazz. That's very interesting. It's like I said, the Donner Party. And also the Ketel family, who prepared to be excavated from Brigham Island, Washington, in 1942. They were responding to a Pearl Harbor attack. In 1941, the Pearl Harbor attack, September 7th, President Roosevelt signed an order that will lead to 120,000 Japanese. That was they locked up the Japanese people during that time frame. You know, America was really big on not letting the same people you fight roam the streets. So therefore, they just had a restitution on that whole situation, and they apologized to them in the 80s and the 90s for putting them away like they did. So that's what happened in February 19th of that particular time frame. We're going to move on with Living for the City.
Okay, come on, Papa.
We're going to keep it short because we're short on time. We're not going to rush it. We're going to keep it real. Let's talk about discreetness and analyzation. You know, as we live life, I talk to most of my people and friends and colleagues and family, people of color. You know, what you can do, what you need to do, starting tomorrow morning, or let's say mostly Monday to Friday. Life is relaxed on the weekend, but mostly Monday to Friday. When you go out in the morning, go outside with the conscious mind, because me as a man of color, as a black man, I won't say African American, I hate that term. As a black man of color, I see different entities in the world of people. Sometimes I get off the train and I get an elevator going to my car, and people take the stairs to keep them riding with me on the elevator. I take it that particular way, because the elevator is there for convenience, and the door opens and you go in with your bag, whatever. I see people of another persuasion carrying heavy bags down the steps because they don't want to get on the elevator with me because I'm the only man of color on the elevator at the time. And I don't have a problem with that. I say, you know what, the hell with your crazy ass. You want to carry that heavy-ass bag down the steps because you're trying to avoid the entity and the different stigmas that was related to something. Because one thing you have to understand is that when it comes to people of color, every race, every ethnicity in this world taught their children, when it comes to black folks, they look at us as a snake. I'm going to use two entities, a snake and a mouse. Okay, a snake is something everybody's afraid of because of its hissing and its coral shape and things of that nature. And a mouse is something you normally see out of your peripheral vision. So those are the two things that you look at a black man and most people of another denomination or another ethnicity sees, is an image of a snake or the image of a mouse. I hate a snake because he rattles or he can hit you with venom. And a mouse, the peripheral vision of a mouse running from one area of the room to another always gets people attention. And I see this all the time. So when you go out as a person of color starting Monday morning, look and see how you're reacted to, especially our black male listeners. Black females, they may not take it so much to black females because Oprah has neutralized you guys, okay? But if black men, you know, we're marked. We're marked. They don't want to ride the elevator with us. I could sit on an Amtrak train by myself in a seat. The train could be crowded as hell, and I'll have that seat all to myself because nobody wants to sit next to me. They must think I'm going to pick their fucking pocket or something, and they don't realize I got more to fuck than they do, which is really scary, okay? So I just want to put that out there tonight for Living for the City. We were short on time, so we'll cut it short. Discreetness, analyzation. Analyze your surroundings. And be mindful of your black male counterpart, because every day we go through hell, believe me.
Hi, Papa. We'll keep it moving.
Hollywood wrap up. You got something going on there, Ketel?
What's going on in Hollywood?
Hollywood wrap up tonight. Ketel is.
Yeah, I got quite a bit here.
Go on, do your thing, girl.
All right now.
Keep it short, though.
All right. Thank you, Papa. Jury acquits Ohio man of stalking Gwyneth Paltrow. This is not the first time, it's the second time. A jury has acquitted an Ohio man stalking Gwyneth Paltrow. The verdict was announced Wednesday in the case against Dante Sue, who was accused of sending the Oscar-winning actress 66 letters and packages in recent years. Paltrow testified last week that she felt threatened because Sue had been charged in a previous case in which pornographic messages and sex toys were sent to the actress in 1999 and 2000.
Sex toys?
Yeah.
Okay.
He pleaded not guilty by reason, of course, quote-unquote, insanity, and was confined to a mental institution. Sue testified in the current case that he wrote to Paltrow in recent years because he wanted her forgiveness, back to Dr. Phil, for his earlier actions and still harbored a desire to marry her at the time. Okay, he's a damn nut. All right. Also, in other news, VH1 greenlights drama based on Star Jones' book about The View. Remember Star Jones used to be on The View?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aries.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. VH1 has greenlit, it's called Satan's Sisters, a scripted drama inspired by Star Jones' 2011 book of the same name, which tells the behind-the-scenes story of a popular daytime lady talk show inspired by her time on
That's
The View.
It was live, honey.
You're going to put it all out there.
Yeah.
It's perfect now.
But it's supposed to be fiction. Satan's Sisters will focus on the 5 female co-hosts of a popular daily TV talk show and the fireworks that ensue each weekday when they discuss life, love, family, politics, and gossip.
Mm-hmm.
These women, who all have very different points of view, are best friends and sisters. Mm-hmm. While they're on TV, but behind the scenes, they're Satan's sisters.
Yeah, and she was the most educated.
Yeah, a lawyer.
She was the most educated out of all of them.
It says the book is a fictional work of satire revolving around a talk show called The Lunch Hour. So that should be interesting. Mm-hmm. And that comes out, Satan's Sisters is slated for 2017.
That's my fellow Aries, Star Jones. I love her, honey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you now?
Go ahead and kick them all in the booty, honey. In the posterior, honey.
Also, in other news, Angela Raiola, known as Big Ange, unfortunately, she died on Thursday with her after her long battle of cancer. They have on our Twitter page, it is with sad regret that we inform you that at 3:01 a.m., Angela Raiola peacefully ended her battle with cancer and was called home. She was surrounded by nothing but love from her immediate family and closest friends. You, her fans, were some of the most special people in her world, and she loved you immensely. Thank you for your love, prayers, and unconditional support of Angela right to the very end. She truly went out richer than any monetary value could ever amount to. The family asked for privacy and peace during this most difficult time. In typical Big Ann fashion, we know she would say, "Love you, my babies." That's what she was known for.
Yeah, she was sweet.
Mhm.
And that was she was on what show now?
Mafia
Wives.
Mob Wives. Okay. She died at 55.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know she's been battling cancer for quite a bit.
Yeah, Big A.
Also, surprise, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Kevin Hart, they will host the 2016 MTV Movie Awards.
Really?
Yeah. They have a movie together called The Central Intelligence. That comes out this year. This is the 25th anniversary of the MTV Awards. So they're going to be hosting that. That should be interesting. Here's on the first in the audio. 25 years.
Okay.
Also, I got a few picks for some movies for this week.
Get your popcorn and your hot dogs and let's head to the movies. It's time for Ketel's Pick.
Okay, my 2 picks for this weekend is Race. It's the track and field superstar Jesse Owens. He's played by Stephen James. prepares to compete in the 36 Olympics in Berlin. Also, Jeremy Irons and William Hurt. Pretty good actors up in there. So,
Jeremy Irons is in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And William Hurt. Haven't heard from William Hurt in a while, so do I.
Okay.
And also one more called Risen is the epic biblical story of the resurrection as told through the eyes of a non-believer. Those are my 2 picks. But we have some other movies coming out this weekend. The Winch, Forsaken, City of Women, The Great Gilly Hopkins, Snow Time, Crazy About Tiffany's, Rolling Papers. Interesting. You might like that one, Papa. And Colliding Dreams. Some of those are limited engagement, but Race and Risen is nationwide. So
okay,
those are my picks for tonight.
Redwine. Redwine. Where are you?
Oh, boy.
We need you to do the cocktail of the week, if you don't mind, real quick.
Cocktail of the week. All right, come on here, Redwine.
We're short on time.
All right, well, I'll be brief. This is a good one. So the cocktail of the week tonight is called the cilantro applesauce.
It's pretty good, too.
I know it sounds strange, but trust and believe, it is delicious.
Yes.
Ketel made us a glass earlier, and I'm zooted.
I'm feeling no pain. It's called the cilantro applesauce. And to make this, you need 1 ounce of absolute cilantro vodka,
which is in the store,
1 ounce of sour apple pucker, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, and 2 or 3 dashes of ground cinnamon. You put all those ingredients in a shaker with ice. Shake it vigorously, not weak. Shake it vigorously. And you pour it into a fluted glass, like a champagne glass, something like that. And you can garnish it with some fresh cilantro if you like, or a slice of lime, whatever you like for your garnish. But it may sound strange, but I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It looks almost like, what's that thing that you mix with the champagne?
Mimosa.
Mm-hmm. The coloring of it looks a lot because of the pineapple juice. It looks like a mimosa. And when you shake it good, you get that foam like a mimosa. Delicious. And we'll put it on the website. Check it out.
And it's this particular drink, we kind of tweaked it a little bit, but this drink was inspired by Jahir.
Yes. Jahir. Shout out to Jahir over at Chevy's in Greenbelt, Maryland.
Right.
Okay.
He was the inspiration to this.
They go out and make friends and whatever.
That's what we do.
We're trying to sell tickets, Papa.
We're networkers.
Yeah, we got an event coming up. We got to sell some tickets now.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of networking, the Kiss It list this week.
Kiss It list tonight, we got Donald Trump.
Well, what is the Kiss It list, Papa?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kiss It list is the list compiled of people who did some crazy stuff last week, and they made our list of craziness or belligerentness or just not paying attention to who they're supposed to be as a person. And you can call and put people on the list if you want to, your mother, father, sister, brother. Doesn't matter. You can give them name, social security number, whatever you want. We don't care.
Last name, as Papa always
says. That's right.
It's
your family.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, your kids.
On the Kiss It list tonight, we have Donald Trump for dissing the Pope.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
but here's a twist on that, though. All right? Because the Pope said he's not a Christian if he builds a wall between, the foreign entities in the United States. And we're going to put the Pope on the Christian list. Okay, no disrespect. But the Pope said that out of direct contradiction because there's a wall around the Vatican City. Okay, now who are you to tell Trump? Who are you to tell Trump not to build a wall when you got a wall around the Vatican City? Okay, that's a pot calling a kettle black. Okay, so, anyway, we run out of time. Okay, they're flagging me.
We got a caller.
We got a caller? Oh, my God.
Hello.
Oh, let's see. Maybe they want to put somebody on the Kiss It list.
Hello.
You on the Pajama Party. We have a lot of time. What you got going on, caller?
Hey, caller, go right ahead.
It sounds like they partying.
Caller, are you there? Okay, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, I think we missed.
They must have butt called us. Anyway.
Who else you got,
We got a regular people. We got NFL. We got Macy's. We got the guy Darren Sharpter for raping 16 women.
Yeah.
Good looking brother. Damn, brother, you couldn't just get that. You couldn't just get that coochie just by some good rap. We got Rubio for not doing his homework because he don't want the president to elect somebody for the next Marco Rubio. He's a little young Spanish guy. He doesn't want the president to nominate somebody for the Supreme Justice when Ronald Reagan did it in his last year, and he didn't do his homework. So you're on the kiss list, Rubio. Do your damn homework, okay? Ronald Reagan did the same thing. Everybody wants to change everything on us, and that's not good.
And I want to add the Republicans who've already said they're going to block anybody that President Obama nominates.
Well, they took away the dunk.
He hasn't even done it.
Well, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was known as Lou Alcindor at the time, was dunking his ass off, NCAA stopped dunking at the time. So anything we do that has an advantage on anybody else, they change the damn rules.
Of course. Also, I want to add Ethan Couch and his mother. That's the guy with the affluenza defense, which is the lamest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That was incest. I think he was fucking his mother.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Also, the producers of the Roots. Of the Roots remake.
Oh, that's horrible.
All of y'all are on the.
Let it be what it is. Stop. Don't change. We need.
Let it be.
Leave. What is the guy?
Leave well enough alone.
LeVar Burton and everybody, and all them people, leave them as it is. Okay.
And I had one. The accuser of Bill Cosby. Yes.
Right. That was a done
lady,
deal. You got paid.
Mama.
You got paid. You and your mother got paid. And now they spend the money. See, ain't no but some bum, whatever.
Go sit down.
Bum bees. Say some bum bees.
Go sit down.
What are you from? West Virginia? Martinsburg? Anyway.
Well, what we got for him? You got any more, Papa?
Yeah, but that's it. Let's run it.
All right. We got something for everybody. Here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world can kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
Yeah. Redwine, last word for the night?
My last word is thank you all for keeping it real with us. We'll always keep it real with you. Check out the website, apajamaparty.com, and you can relive this moment one more time. Oh, that's right. That's all I have. What you got, Papa?
I'd like to thank everybody for listening. I had the opportunity to go to the nursing home and visit my mother Monday or the other day, and it was just a pleasure to see her. And I just want to give a shout out to my mother, Henrietta. God bless you. You're my queen, my heart, my soul, my rhythm, my everything. You're the only person that can bring tears in my eyes in an instant. God bless you, my mother. I love you with all my heart and soul. What you got, Ketel?
My last word is I want to give a shout out to Mr. Javier and Chevy's. He gave us he was a catalyst to start the recipe for our applesauce cilantro cocktail for tonight. Shout out to everybody who's listening tonight, and let me see, New York, NC, Cali, Louisiana,
Florida,
West Coast, East Coast, the Gulf. Yeah, and if you're in Australia with the daggone weeds, shout out to you.
It's a live plant. It's the weed.
Things of the chat.
Yeah,
but I think that's it. That's what I got.
I forgot to put red wine on the kiss list.
Oh, no.
She was battling with me earlier over some music stuff, and I just wanted to put her. Put her on the kiss list.
Eat your anchovies. We going to go get this pizza with some anchovies in there. Say good night, Papa.
Good night, everybody. I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And we are the Pajama Party.
All right.
And you better listen to us now, because once we go national, you got to get XM radio in order to hear us. So please, get us at the ground level, because when we blow up, we're going to know you.
All right. Have a good night.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Next week, Friday.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of cheers.
Well, I say when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Summer party. Grown and sexy. Join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Summer party. Grown and sexy. Join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. Summer party. Grown and sexy.